Guys, this one, this one, this one, if it really happens, I tell you, Arteta would have gone ahead to obviously elevate his level as a coach to convince world-class players to obviously come in through and play for the club he manages, that is Arsenal. Guess what? Arteta is pushing for Vinicius Junior transfer to the club of Arsenal. Guys, I think when I'm speaking, Arteta is all ears. I've always come out and told you that Arteta needs to obviously get in world-class players in here, the club of Arsenal, to obviously go ahead and really match the standards. And that's why he's really pressurizing the board of Arsenal to obviously get the deal of Vinicius Junior done and dusted. So smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. We are powered by Think Landscaping. Think Landscaping are dealers in designing, planning, and transforming your outdoor spaces. They have irrigation systems. They do a lot for you if at all you really want your exterior or outside place to obviously look elite and legit. So call them on +256 765 280 470 or WhatsApp them on 256 70 004168. So that is Think Landscaping, and they are a solution to what you really want to. They're the ideal solution to what your outside compound, garden, or space needs to be. And they are really very competent, and they will help you, and you'll come back here and really tell me, Rokani, you recommended Think Landscaping, and they indeed did the job right. So we want to hit 30,000 subscribers onto this YouTube channel, and please do the needful and obviously subscribe to a beautiful channel, and the rest will be history in there for you. So as it stands right about now, Arsenal are really trying to obviously make their squad better. If you win the Premier League and reach the finals of the Champions League, then you have gone ahead to enter what we call the elite class of teams, all teams that are obviously going to be talked about. And I tell you, unless someone is insane, next season, there is no way you won't obviously come out and say, or really, and include Arsenal amongst the favorites to win the Premier League and the favorites to win the Champions League, unless you are just deluded. But if you are a human in your right senses, Arsenal is a team that has gone ahead to put out a very huge shift altogether. And I think their summer transfer window will obviously go ahead and speak volumes to what they want to achieve the next season there for you. I think their appetite is really growing bigger, and who is driving it? It's Mikel Arteta. His appetite has swollen to a level of him going ahead to do this. And what has he gone ahead to do? You understand? First and foremost, they've told us that Vinicius Junior has reportedly decided he could leave Real Madrid for free if a new contract is not agreed. The intention remains renew, but the Brazilian is here to be prepared to run down his current contract. You understand? So, Vinicius Junior is prepared to run down his current contract at Real Madrid if they don't meet his contract expectations. Now, one of the people that has gone ahead to obviously hear this is Mikel Arteta. And no sooner had he gone ahead to hear that Vini is not willing to obviously extend his contract if at all they don't give him the money that he wants at Real Madrid, Arteta went ahead to do the following. And this is why I told you that his appetite has swollen beyond normal, and he's a greedy man right now. Mikel Arteta has personally instructed Arsenal's hierarchy to explore a move for Vinicius Junior. The Brazilian star is viewed as a dream target, with Arsenal determined to assess every possibility of making a deal happen. Have you heard? Then, F Football 365. Mikel Arteta has urged Arsenal executives to pursue a move for Real Madrid star Vinicius Junior. Brazilian winger is viewed by Arteta as his dream target and the missing piece needed to transform the Gunners' attack. Now, I want to let you know that a club known as Arsenal, if they ever get in this deal, obviously, it will be a statement move. Now, why is Arteta going in for such players? Because he knows to it that to maintain his team at the winning level, he needs to obviously adjust to the north, not to the south, by adding on players that are really world class. I've already told you that the level at which Arsenal is going, they need to bring in world-class players, especially for this particular season. I know they're looking to recruit in the academy, the members. The other guy is called. What is the name? The other guy is called Jeremy Monga, and they are trying to do the needful to obviously strengthen that side. But as we speak right now, they need to do a lot. And that a lot will call in for a lot of money. And as I told you that, when you look at the three players they want to bring in through, they might cost them £300 million. For example, Julian Alvarez, £120 million, still not enough because Madrid went ahead to make that bid and it got turned down. Sandro Tonali, £100 million. Morgan Rogers, between 80 to £100 million. Now, if you ever add on a player known as Vinicius Jr., obviously, you just get to understand that that is another £100 million player that, however much is left with just 1 year on his contract at Real Madrid, the player will obviously go expensive. He won't go cheap. That is it. He won't go cheap in there for you. And we wait to see. When you look at the amount of money that Arsenal made, in the recent season, in the recent season, how... I'm trying to obviously get this amount of money and try to tally it onto what they'll obviously try to spend. So, Arsenal made close to 812 million. 812 million pounds. So I think they're in a better shape to obviously get in a Vinicius Jr. and get him a deal that he wants, because Vinny is an expensive player coming in through on a free. We'll see Arsenal pay him a lot of money, and the sign-on fee is indeed huge for the club for Vinicius Jr. But I'm liking how Arteta is taking this. Get in Vinny. That is a very beautiful charge, I tell you. If you are to sell Martinelli, you are to sell Leandro Trossard, and you want to replace them with a better player, I think the quality of Vinicius Jr. is the best. And you see the players they are looking at: Vinicius Jr., Kivisha Kvaratskhelia, £100 million players plus in there for you. At Real Madrid, it might not be easy for him to leave because Mourinho has been tasked to obviously convince Vinicius Jr. to obviously put in a very huge shift altogether. You understand? So, I don't know how Arteta will get this, but he has gone ahead to task Andrea Bartha and the hierarchy at Arsenal that please go ahead and really get me that player, especially from Real Madrid. Arsenal and Real Madrid have really a very good understanding amongst themselves. You know that very well. These sides have gone ahead to obviously be selling players to one another. You know that very well. And Ceballos, Dani. You can talk about Mesut Ozil. You can talk about Martin Odegaard. Very many players have gone ahead to come from Real Madrid and join the club of Arsenal. Julio Baptista. So, Arsenal have a very huge relationship with Real Madrid, but they will be waiting to see whether Vinicius Jr. gives them a yes. And him starting the World Cup without going ahead to obviously do the needful to really put his contract back, that means any talks will happen after the World Cup, as this is one of the World Cups where he has gone ahead and said, as Vini, that they want to say bye-bye to Neymar in a most respectful way. Vinicius Jr. is still a young player. You understand? And some might say, Vini is an old player. No, he's a young player. Vinicius Jr. is a very, very young player because he's 25 years of age and turning 26 this year, meaning that he still has some 6-7 full seasons in him as Vinicius Jr. So when you look at Real Madrid, because the player looks like he's not going to extend his contract, they might obviously lose out on a player they bought in for 45 million euros from Flamengo when he was 16. You understand? So if they bought him for 45 million euros from Flamengo, right? What does that mean? It means that the side of Real Madrid can make some huge profits and really use that amount of money to obviously reinforce their attack. And how can they do this? This is how they can do this. If they can see out a deal of Vini for 100 million euros, right? They can have a profit of 55 million euros and they won't lose him out on a free. I tell you, if he's calling in for that amount of money right now and they are not obviously willing to offer him that amount of money, if he runs his contract down to renew his contract and keep him at Madrid, he will be having huge bargaining power. Even right now, he has really huge bargaining power. So if I'm Madrid, the best thing to do is to obviously sell him off, because I've always told people that Mbappe's best position is a left forward. And if at all he's being played as a left forward, I don't think there is a player who obviously matches his levels apart from Kivisha Kvaratskhelia. So if you're having a clear Mbappe and you can let Vinicius Jr. go and you have a profit of like 60 million euros, you can use that 60 million euros to obviously go ahead and really look out for an elite forward that you need to play as a center forward for the side of Real Madrid. For example, you can really get a bid to Man City, of like 200 million euros, because you've taken 150 million euros to Atletico Madrid has been rejected. Sell Vini and make a bid of 200 million euros and get in Erling Haaland to your team and see to it that all goes on as well as planned. So I think it's written all over the wall. And Vini might be one of those that is looking to obviously leave the club of Real Madrid. Now, Arteta pushing for the signing of this guy, obviously, is such an indicator that they are not going in for less. You understand? They are not going in for less. And they are not settling for less as a club of Arsenal. They're settling for big players. And we wait to see how that really reads out or pans out from what everything is doing like. The World Cup is going on. Mexico is leading South Africa by 1-0. We are at the hour mark and 30 minutes to go. And by the time the game of football comes to an end, I'll be letting you know who has going to obviously win this game of football. But I predicted that Mexico will take the win, and it's either a 2-1 win or a 1-0 win in there for you. So as it stands, we wait to see how things really pan out into that particular encounter. Your reactions to Arteta pushing for Vinicius Jr. transfer to Arsenal are welcome in the comment section below. Is it a great move for Mikel Arteta to push for Vinicius Jr. to join the club of Arsenal? All that and more into the comment section below. Rokani David remains my name. I'm out.